Welcome to Cook30 for Kids. I'm Chef Jeremy Dixon from the Revive Cafes in Auckland, New Zealand. And today I'm going to share with you some chef quality meals that you can cook at home. They're going to be quick, healthy and delicious. If you're sitting on the sofa there, never cooked before, don't think you can cook, well you're wrong, think again. Today you're going to want to try this recipe at home because it is so easy. Today we have two very special people with us. We have Toby from Chicago and Angeli from Arkansas.
Hello.
Welcome to Cook30 for Kids.
Hello, Mr. Jeremy Dixon.
Great to see you guys. So we're just going to ask these guys a few questions so you can get to know them. So I'm going to start with Toby. So I'm going to ask him a question. He doesn't know what's coming. So Toby, what is your favourite animal?
Ooh, my favourite animal is probably a leopard, just because I like those kind of animals.
A leopard. Excellent. That's cool. Have you ever met one?
Yeah, I have at the New Zealand Zoo.
Oh, great. Excellent. Very cool. And what about you, Angeli? What's your favourite animal?
I love puppies and dogs.
Puppies and dogs. Do you have a puppy?
No.
Your mum hasn't bought you a puppy?
Not yet.
Mum, you need to buy Angeli a puppy. After the show, go out and get one for her because she's going to do a great job. Excellent. Okay, second question is, so what's your favourite food to cook at home, Toby?
I really like making pancakes in the morning for my entire family.
Fantastic. That's great. What about you?
Well, I come from an Indian family, so we cook a lot of curries, but my favourite is okra curry.
Okra curry?
Yeah.
Fantastic. That's great. Well, welcome along. We're going to have a lot of fun in the kitchen today. So what is on the menu?
Well, on the menu we have Moroccan Spiced Roasted Vegetables on Fruity Almond Couscous. That sounds really good.
And for dessert, we have gingerbread ice cream. I can't wait to try that.
Fantastic. Well, let's get started. Before we head, there's a few things we have to do. We've washed our hands. Wash your hands?
Yes.
Yep. Lovely. We've got a clear surface. We've got our vegetables and ingredients out ready. Chopping boards, knives, pans, water in the jug boiled, and we are ready to cook. Let's get started, guys.
Yeah.
So the first thing we're going to do, we've got some roasted vegetables to do, and they can take a little bit of time, so we're going to get that underway first. So I'll get Toby to perhaps work on this, because this is probably the bigger, tougher one to have. So we're going to roast some butternut, and we're going to roast it with the skin on, so leave the skin on. We're going to cut the butternut into almost half. This side has seeds in it through there. We're going to put that aside because we just haven't got time, and we're going to use this side, so we're going to just slice this there and get rid of him, and basically cut it into strips like that, into the big circles, and then we can take the label off.
Eat that.
That's really
That is not the
funny.
special spice, the label. And you're just going to easily chop it into cubes, kind of about that size. Whoop. And just come this way again as well. So they're kind of small, so they're going to roast reasonably quickly with the skin on. So if
It
you
looks
want to,
really hard to cut.
they are quite tough. So see if you can give that a go. Put that knife there. Give that a go, Toby.
Okay.
And we'll just, if you can get some parchment paper out and put it on the tray.
Okay.
So if you're using parchment paper or baking paper, it means it's going to not stick to the tray. It's going to be easy to clean up afterwards, and it's just all good all round. So it's a great thing to have in your kitchen. Just chopping that, brilliant. Getting it underway.
Yeah.
Cool. And the next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut the sweet potato, another roasted vegetable. So Angeli, I'll get you working on this. So with this, kind of similar. So basically just chop the end off and cut it into strips, and then just do that with it kind of into quarters. You can do that?
Yes, I can.
Brilliant. So again with the knife, make sure you're sliding the knife through. You're not kind of going down. It's really hard, just make sure you're sliding it through.
Okay.
If you can work on those. Very good. Great to have a productive kitchen underway. Making fast pace of things there. So roasting vegetables probably takes around about 15 minutes as a rule of thumb. So it's kind of the job we want to get underway first. So what are they going for that there? That's great. Now I'm going to start cooking the couscous. So where is the couscous? Here it is. So couscous is like basically a wheat, and it's a really nice thing to have. It's kind of a Moroccan kind of ingredient. So
what should I do with this here?
put it on the tray there. with on top of the parchment paper. You can buy it in bags, or it sometimes comes in containers like this. And it's just a really nice, fluffy kind of a dish, kind of similar to rice, but different. You can get wholemeal, so get wholemeal if you can. And all we're going to do is put in 2 cups. I better find a cup measure. Here we go. 2 cups of couscous is the recipe for this. So we'll measure in 2 cups.
What if I can't fit it all on here?
So just put it on. Just put it on till it fits.
Okay.
You're just going to squeeze them in, get the all the pumpkin pieces can get to know each other really well. I'm just going to re-boil the jug because I want to make sure we've got boiling water to make this cooking, because we're actually not going to cook it, we're just going to add boiling water. We're going to add some turmeric, and turmeric is a really nice thing to make things go yellow, so it's going to add a little bit of colour to it. So we're going to add half a teaspoon of turmeric.
Does this go into the oven?
When you have the sweet potato, so not quite yet. So we're just going to mix this turmeric around there with that. Toby, can you get me some apricots there? If you can slice them up into kind of little cubes, probably about half a cup.
So, Mr. Jeremy Dixon, can you use just regular potatoes for this recipe too?
You could do. These sweet potatoes are actually a bit sweeter, so they're nicer and they cook quicker as well.
Okay.
So that's probably my favourite one of the 2. That's great. Okay. Doing a great job. Cut that knife just about as big as you. You're doing an awesome job there with that. So yeah, probably into quarters, just a little bit smaller.
Okay.
So we're going to add some cranberries as well. So we're going to add a little bit of dried fruit to make this couscous a little bit more special. So you probably want about a cup all up of fruit. So there's some cranberries, got apricots coming along. I've got some raisins here as well. So we're just going to throw lots of different flavours into here to make the couscous extra special. Also, we're going to just make it a little bit kind of different. We're going to add some clove powder just to give it a little bit of extra hit as well. So probably about quarter of a teaspoon. Good work on the apricots.
So far, this recipe seems really easy.
It is, yes. All my recipes are pretty easy. I'm not the type of cook that likes to spend hours in the kitchen, so everything's really, really simple. Salt, that's what I need. About half a teaspoon of salt. Let's give it a good mix up. How are those apricots coming along?
Good, I'm almost done.
Brilliant. I'm just going to need a plate for the lid. And, lovely, that's enough, that'll be going, that's plenty there. So we've got all these apricots. So what we want to do at the same time is hydrate the fruit so it becomes nice and plump and delicious. So it's generally 1 to 1, so 2 cups of couscous have 2 cups of boiling water. Plus we've got the dried fruit, so we'll probably put a little bit more in. So all we do is 2 cups of boiling water like that.
Is this dish kind of sweet?
And about half a cup, a little bit for the fruit. The couscous side will be sweet. So what you do is give this a quick stir, get it mixing around like that, and then we quickly put the lid on, and we'll let that sit there. There we go. For probably around about 10 minutes, and it will cook all by itself.
Wow.
So I'll just move this out the way because it's going to get in the way of all of our
Is it really that easy?
stuff we're going to do shortly. It's just that easy. That's how easy couscous is. Nice job on the roasted veggies.
Thank you.
Toby, if you can grab that olive oil spray down there in the green thing. If you can spray some of that over the vegetables there. Olive oil spray is a great thing to have because you get a really even coating over the vegetables. Try and hold it up so you kind of get it all in the dish. It's lovely. A bit more, but probably about twice as much. Okay. You can even amount on it, and you don't use too much. If you just pop some olive oil on it, you end up with kind of a few blobs here and there. And there we go. So if you're going to throw it in the top oven over there, which is on at 400 degrees.
If you use regular olive oil on this, will it work?
It will work, but what you have to do is put it into a bowl and mix it round, and then kind of making sure it's coated evenly. Okay. And that takes a bit of extra time. So yes, you could use regular olive oil, but olive spray is just kind of a bit of a shortcut to make it go quicker. But great questions you guys have. 2 jobs done, look at that. So now we're going to make a really nice combination of vegetables. So some of the vegetables we're kind of roasting in the oven, and some of them we're going to pan fry here. Okay. So we're going to get you guys on. You guys are great on the knife, so we're going to keep chopping here. So we want to do some eggplant. So Toby, you can do that one. So with an eggplant, these are also called aubergine. What do you guys call them? No, eggplant. Eggplant. What do you?
In India, we call them brinjal.
Brinjal. Oh wow. There's lots of different names for every ingredient. So what we're going to do is just basically same thing again, just this knife's just a little blunt. We'll use this is slightly sharper. Just kind of cut it like that, and then just chop it into cubes.
Can you eat those seeds in there?
Those seeds are absolutely fine, they're part of it. So Toby, if you can just kind of chop all that up and put it in the pan. So I'll put the heat on, so we've got it really hot, and some olive oil in there, probably about a tablespoon.
So how long will the vegetables take to fry in the pan?
They're all kind of different. The eggplant will take the longest, so I'll put it in first.
Okay.
But probably around about only probably 5 or 10 minutes.
Okay.
So if you can work on the asparagus, I think we've washed it before. So with the asparagus, what you do is you basically, this end of the asparagus is really, really woody and hard and chewy, not very nice, and this end is really, really nice. So when you snap the asparagus, it naturally snaps and takes off the hard bit, so you want to throw away that and use the lovely bit.
Okay.
So you probably want to grab like a handful at a time and just kind of just grab it and snap it, and that will snap in the right place, and you can carry on. So if you want to do that with all that asparagus.
Can you eat the hard bit of the asparagus?
You can, but it might take you about a week to eat it. It's really, really chewy and stringy. So that's good.
That seems like a long time to eat something.
Yeah, it's not very pleasant, so that's why you want to do this job. You can cut it as well, but it just naturally breaks at the point where it's going to be perfect. So that's quality doing it. I'll just chop these guys here. Excuse me. And we're just going to slice these into little into half. So we still want the length of the asparagus shape. Actually, I'm going to leave these here. Sorry, the asparagus only takes probably about 1 or 2 minutes to cook, whereas the eggplant will take longer. So we're not going to put it in the pan just yet. Brilliant. So I'll just chop those in half.
Do I use the whole eggplant?
Oh, sorry.
Use the whole eggplant.
Okay.
The eggplant will reduce down, so it won't be as much as you think. So I'll just put that there in the meantime, and we'll come back to that shortly.
That was really easy to just break like that.
It was, it's great. So it's got some capsicum. I call them capsicum. You guys call them bell peppers here. So just pull out the seedy bits, and if you can just we're going to just kind of randomly chop them. So probably if you chop this way, it's easier than going through the skin. So chop it into strips, and then just chop them kind of randomly like that. So kind of little random kind of thing. So if you can do that with all these three peppers. So we've got 3. We've got a red, orange, and a yellow one. And of course, if you guys have watched me before, everything about colour is really important. So we've got just every colour of the rainbow involved in the dish. It's really important.
I love colourful cooking. It just makes me want to eat more.
It does, yes. It's good. I'll just get some of this into the pan. Get the eggplant cooking. So it'll soften down.
So what does it look like when it gets reduced?
So it starts that kind of big and spongy, and as it gets reduced, it kind of looks, it kind of gets very kind of mushy and kind of very, it's kind of got quite a comforting kind of a texture to it. So I'll turn it up. Excellent, wonderful. So Toby, if you can perhaps do one of these, help out with these
sure.
peppers as well. Just get these in the pan. It's always good to try and keep a clean chopping board. Oh, we've got an apricot there. We'll just give it a little bit of a stir around. You can shake it like this if you want. And that'll just take a few moments just to kind of settle down. Lovely, great production line here. So, vegetables done. The couscous is underway. I'm tempted to have a little peek. Let's have a little peek. Let's have a little look in here and see what it's like.
Wow, that looks
Look at that
really
already,
good.
look at that.
Where did the water go?
The water is basically soaked into the couscous.
Oh, I didn't know you could cook couscous that way.
Exactly, so it probably needs a little bit more time to steam and kind of get in there, but as you can see, it's very, very quick to kind of get that really nice kind of a texture there.
Yeah.
And we're presenting this on a nice big platter today, so we're going to put the couscous on the bottom as kind of a bed, and then we're going to put these lovely vegetables on top, and then on top of it we're going to produce a lovely Moroccan aioli to drizzle over the top of it. So it's all going to come together really nicely.
Sounds really good.
Yes, exactly. If you've just joined us on Cook30 for Kids, we are cooking up a storm in the kitchen with Toby from Illinois and Angelie from Arkansas. What's on the menu today, guys?
Well, we have Moroccan Spiced Roasted Vegetables on Fruity Almond Couscous.
And for dessert, we have gingerbread ice cream, which sounds amazing.
I can't wait to dig into the food.
So we're making amazing progress here. Now we're going to start making the aioli, and some kind of a dressing or a sauce can be the difference between a dish being like boring and average and just tasting amazing. So we've got a really great aioli here. Now I often make a cashew aioli, and this is kind of based on that recipe, but adding some yummy Moroccan flavours to make it great. So, cool. So we're just going to put things into this blender. First ingredient we're going to do is we're going to put in some cashew nuts. So if you can grab a cup of cashew nuts.
Okay.
And we'll probably need a measuring cup just to help along. That should be a cup measure there. Oh, you're making great work of those there. It's going to be very, very colourful. Don't forget to keep giving the pan a bit of a shake. I'll get you to look after that shortly.
It looks really colourful and delicious.
It's going to be good. So we're going to add just a whole lot of different flavours, some ingredients here. So we've got the cashew nuts. I'm going to add some chilli paste. You can get this at supermarkets.
Just go in here?
Yep, that goes in there. Just a tablespoon of chilli paste, just a little bit of heat. This one isn't particularly hot. But basically you could put in real chilies if you wanted to, but it's just a nice easy way of getting some chilies. We're going to put in some cumin. If you can get a cup of water.
Okay.
So basically a teaspoon of cumin. Let's go. Getting in there. Don't want to put it too much or it might fall in. We're going to put a teaspoon of coriander, which is a lovely spice. Very Moroccan kind of style. And I'm going to add some smoked paprika. It's not technically a Moroccan spice, but it's going to add a lovely red colour and a lovely flavour. So we want a good teaspoon of smoked paprika, which will give a lovely colour and a lovely kind of a flavour as well.
Yeah, paprika is actually my favourite spice.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's
it
awesome.
Smells really good.
Great. And
So do we stir this over here?
Yes, if you can grab one of those wooden stirrers and keep that stirring, that'd be wonderful. And Toby, if you can just see if you can squeeze as much lemon juice in here as possible.
Okay.
Squeeze it through your fingers and catch the pips in your hand. So try not to get any pips in there. We're watching everyone, all the kids at home are watching you, so no pressure. That's brilliant. Nice. So when you're stirring, try and get underneath. So try and lift things up so you're kind of getting everything. So that's great. Keep going. And we'll put the asparagus in later. So the aioli's underway. Now just double check my recipe, check I haven't left anything out. We need to put in some salt. So we'll put in half a teaspoon of salt. And, garlic. No dressing is complete without garlic, so we're going to put in a bit of garlic here. So just a little bit. I'm just going to just slice it up rather than put it through a garlic press.
Did you make this dressing?
Yes, just basically. And there's actually not that many dressing recipes in the world. I just use my standard cashew aioli base and just pretty much add other kind of interesting flavours, which makes it lovely and interesting.
I'm sure it's going to taste really good.
I'm looking forward to it. We're also going to add chickpeas at a later date, and this is for the main dish. So we're going to heat these up now. So I'm just going to open them with a can opener. Actually, can you open this? Have you used a can opener before?
Yes, I have.
So if you want to open that and drain them and then put them in with these vegetables. So coming on nicely. So as you can see, there's lots of kind of, at this stage, lots of kind of red and yellow kind of things. So it's very important that we've got the green from the asparagus and some herbs later that'll kind of add the green to it. Because if you put this on the dish just as it is, you'd find it very, very boring and very bland in terms of colour point of view.
Oh, I just got a pip in there.
So do we drain this?
Yep, drain that in the kitchen. Oh, don't worry, just if there's only one pip, I'll get it out. There we go. Rescued it. Brilliant. Is that all 4 lemons?
Yes.
Great. Put it on there and put the lid on. Don't forget to put the lid on. And then push high and blend it up.
Okay.
Make a really lovely kind of red kind of aioli dressing.
There you go.
Yep, throw them in there.
Okay.
That's great. We haven't added salt, have we, to that?
Okay.
Have we added salt?
No.
We better add some salt.
Is that good now?
Just put half a teaspoon in. Hang on, see, I'll just put the salt in. It's great having so many helpers. Everything just gets, there's so much exciting things to do. Let's have a look.
So can you use any other kind of peas, like other than this kind of pea?
Yep, you could use red beans or kidney beans or any kind of other beans.
Will that really change the flavour much?
A little bit, yeah. Oh, a little bit, yep. Adds good protein. So try this dip, so put your finger in. Do you want to try a little bit? Yeah.
Sure.
Tastes
just dip your finger in
like
that.
a spicy hummus kind of taste.
Exactly, yeah, yeah. So it's a really nice dressing.
It tastes really
So that'll be drizzled over the top of all those lovely vegetables, and that will just taste lovely. Brilliant, that's great. If you can just have a quick tidy up there, Toby.
Okay.
Everything's under control. You can probably put the asparagus in.
Okay.
Put the right ends in. And we're now ready to make a dessert. Can you believe time has flown by already?
Really?
Feels like we just started. So we're just going to grab this out. We've got our trusty food processor. So this is one with an S-blade. You can't use a blender for this type of dish. You need to use an S-blade style. So I'll just plug it back here. We might need to put it on the board here. And we're just going to fire ingredients in. So the main ingredient for this, to make it lovely, is actually frozen bananas. Oh. So what you do when you eat your bananas is you want to basically, when they're nice and ripe, you basically put them in a container. I think there's three small bananas in here, and you can make ice cream anytime you want. So frozen bananas are amazing for smoothies and ice cream. So obviously don't forget to peel them first. If you leave the peel on, they're very, very hard to get off. So Toby, if you can just separate those and put them in there.
So we can make this kind of ice cream without an ice cream maker?
You can make this without an ice cream maker. The only slight drawback is that you've got to eat it straight away.
Okay.
It's not like ice cream that has like preservative and antifreeze and stuff and stop it from going hard. So once we make the ice cream, if we put it back in the freezer, it'll end up going rock solid. So it hasn't got those other ingredients in like ice cream does, but it's great. So you just got to eat it pretty much straight away. We're also going to add some cashew nuts in here, just a half a cup, just to make it a little bit creamy. And of course we're going to add ginger, and I'm just going to add some ginger puree. You could add ginger powder, or you could add ginger, just whole ginger if you wanted, just to give that really nice ginger taste. And this ginger, with the sweetness from the ice cream and the creaminess, will make it like gingerbread ice cream.
Oh.
So I'm going to put just a tablespoon in there.
Would ginger paste and the actual ginger without being paste, would it make a difference?
Yep, you probably, if in a perfect world, you'd probably use actual real ginger. It's probably going to give a stronger flavour. But having this ginger paste in the fridge is just so convenient. So it's kind of just balancing off convenience and flavour. This stuff's pretty good. I'm going to add some honey. You're going to add about a tablespoon of honey.
Okay.
See if you can kind of guess there. And this is what I've got the allspice for. Just about a quarter of a teaspoon of allspice, just to give a little bit of spiciness. And that's pretty much all the ingredients for there. So let's put the lid on and let's make ice cream.
Yeah!
Hit the go button. Woohoo! And it goes away like that. Now, it takes a few minutes, so we'll give it a few minutes to do it. Meanwhile, we'll just get over here and see what's happening in the fry pan department. Look at that, doesn't that look colourful?
Yeah, that looks really good.
So we've got the gas on high, so we've got lots of heat coming through to make it really fast. As you can see, everything's kind of cooking. So we want it to cook so this is probably nearly done, but see it's still kind of firm. Yeah. So probably a little bit more, so it's kind of just a little bit soft, but you still want it to retain the colour. So
the asparagus takes the least time to cook?
That's right. Only a couple of minutes.
That's the greenest asparagus I've ever seen.
How do you know when the asparagus itself is cooked?
Just try it, have a go. Just bite it. So you want the asparagus to be, is it kind of still taste raw asparagus? Or does it kind of have a...
It has like a boiled texture to it.
Probably a little bit more, I think. Asparagus, if it's raw, it kind of tastes very raw, so you kind of want to just get it past that raw flavour, so it's kind of tasting, a little bit more special. So, yep, great. So let's see how the ice cream's going. I'll just move these things out of the way. So, look at that, I'm getting there. I'll just put in just a little bit of water. Oops, sorry. Can't stand on the chefs here. I'm just going to put just a teaspoon, just to help this come along, just a little bit of water just to help it get there. It can take a few minutes for it to kind of break down entirely.
That looks like some real thick ice cream.
Exactly. Just give it a bit of a stir around, like that.
That looks really delicious.
In a couple more minutes it'll be done. I think it's nearly done. Let's have a look. Look at that. Look at that beautiful texture there.
That looks like normal ice cream.
Try that and see what you think of that. That ginger and that banana and the... Isn't it? That's like it's a flavour you've never done before. Exactly. So we need to finish the main off. So what we're going to do is get this couscous and just basically put it on this platter here and then cover it with the roasted vegetables and the aioli. So you give it, it needs a bit of a mix around. I'll probably do it after the break, but basically mix that around, put it on the platter, put the vegetables over, drizzle the aioli, a bit of garnish, and the meal is finished. And there you go, 30 minutes, one delicious meal that you can cook at home. Give it a try, it's easier than you think. Did you find it easy, guys?
Yeah.
it's super easy.
You guys did amazing today, and obviously it's healthy as well. You know, we want to put healthy food into our body so we can do amazing things in life for God. It's really important to stay healthy and full of lots of energy and vitality. Angelie, would you say grace for us, please?
Yes. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for the food that we've prepared and bless those who don't have. In your name I pray, amen.
Amen. Let's get started. So we've got this beautiful roast veggies with some mint and cilantro and that dressing, some almonds and the couscous, and we just basically scoop it up and put it on our plate. How's that?
That sounds
Looks
really
spectacular.
good.
It's just great when everything comes together at the last minute. Here, do you want some as well?
Thank you.
So give it a try, let me know what you think. That dressing is really nice. So you can try this at home, really, really healthy. It's not bad, eh?
Yeah, it's delicious.
So give it a go. Yeah, cooking healthy, cooking fast like this with these great whole foods ingredients is awesome. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you next time on Cook30 for Kids!